Have you been struggling to turn your inquiries into paying clients? Or maybe you just find it hard to get people reaching out and asking you about your photography. If you're in this boat, realize that it's not the end of the world. Growing a photography business and marketing in general is simply a series of experiments to figure out what works and what doesn't. If what you are doing right now isn't bringing in the amount of leads and bookings that you want, now is the time to put on your problem-solving hat and figure out what to shift. To help you with that, here is a checklist to run through when you find yourself in a season where no one seems to be booking you. Number one, check your attitude and perspective. How are you showing up online in your marketing? Are you appearing too desperate and throwing discounts at every chance you get just to get somebody in front of your camera? Are you putting forth your best efforts and consistently marketing? Or has it been weeks since you last posted, blogged, or sent an email because you feel like nothing you do works, so why bother? How you show up in your space matters. If your demeanor, your attitude, and your energy levels all make a difference. So take an honest look at how you've been showing up lately. Have you been desperate, defeated, or confident? Number two, are you clear on who your ideal client is? Hear me clearly, it's impossible to market effectively if you do not truly understand who you are marketing to. Do you have a good understanding of your ideal client's wants, desires, and reservations about being photographed? An ideal bride will be at a completely different state in life than, let's just say, an ideal high school senior client. If you want to draw in more ideal clients, you must take the time and effort to define exactly who they are and create the content they would find valuable in the season of life that they would be hiring you. Number three, how are you sharing your pricing and going through the booking process? Now, most photographers make the mistake of emailing pricing in a message and are totally bummed when they hear nothing back, feeling like they've been ghosted. Sending out your pricing in a message is one of the worst things that you can do because it's going to kill your booking rate. If you're doing that now, stop and try hosting booking consultations over the phone. By simply changing how you share your pricing and your experience, from shifting it from an email to a conversation on the phone, you'll be able to better understand and serve your clients and get the booking with payment way faster. To be honest, there's a lot that goes into this one conversation that we teach it extensively inside our mentorship program. So if you want to learn more about that, comment below mentorship and we can see if it's a good fit for you. Moving on to number four, are you talking about your photography enough? Now, you probably feel like you do because it's on your mind constantly, but are you actively engaged in sharing your photography experience on all the platforms available to you? When you create an Instagram post, do you repurpose that same content for an email, a blog post, a live, video, stories, and perhaps even an ad? Not everyone will open your email or see your post. This is why it's highly worth considering repurposing one piece of content in multiple platforms to ensure the greatest amount of reach. Number five, do your posts have clear call to actions or are they left open-ended? When someone engages with your content, tell them what you want them to do next. Do you want them to comment below, follow for more, send you a DM, download this, book a session, or something completely different? Of course, this can vary depending on the post and whatever you're actively promoting, but the idea is the same. Tell them what to do next instead of leaving it open-ended. Number six, are you purposefully and consistently following up with those who have expressed interest but haven't yet booked you? Sometimes people won't book right away, and that's okay. It's your job as the business owner to take the lead and consistently follow up with your leads and touch base with them. For years, I have dubbed Fridays as my follow-up Fridays, where I set aside time to follow up and check in with those who have expressed interest in booking me but haven't yet. And you know what's crazy? Many people have expressed gratitude in the fact that I take the time to follow up with them, and then many book me as a result. So ask yourself, do you have a system or a process to consistently follow up with your leads? Okay, so hang on tight. We have just one more point here. Number 7, are you consistent and patient in your marketing strategies? Admittedly, this can be the hardest to follow through with. The truth of the matter is that it can take up to 6 months of a lag time for you to see the fruition of your marketing efforts. Of course, this isn't always the case, but don't be shocked if it is. It took me 6 months of consistent blogging before I started getting leads right from Google searches. It took me about a year and a half of marketing and refining my high school senior model program before I had a team full of paying clients. So whatever kind of marketing that you are doing in this season, commit to doing it consistently for at least 6 months. After all, you can't rush good marketing. You might not see immediate results, but choose to be patient and consistent. All right, so I know that was a long list, but hopefully it gave you some ideas to start working with. I'd love to hear from you now. Go ahead, comment below on which point struck a chord with you and why.